The votes are in. You guys have spoken. And the new expansion team that will be added to the Louisville Badgers series, your own Vancouver Bullets. Most of the votes came for the Vancouver Bullets. So you guys see here, these are the uniforms. I went with a white, black, and green colorway. For the away uniform, I went with the all-black jerseys. And you've got the green accent at the top and the green stripes on the sides. And then for both uniforms, I've got the Canadian maple leaf on the left leg of the shorts. So, just a little artistic nod to having a new team up there in Canada. But anyway, let's jump right into episode 9. So here we are. Just what we've been waiting for. All I have to do is press start to advance, and then the fun begins. Welcome back, everybody, to the Louisville Badgers episode 9. And I think that the reason that I'm so hyped up about this offseason is because of the fact that I've spent so much time, just preparing for it with the draft class and, going over what I'm going to do, as far as the free agents and, all of these things that I've been really, putting a lot of time into has really made me just so excited to jump into this and to dive in head first and go straight into this offseason. And I can't wait to see the way it plays out. Usually, I kind of go through and, I cut out certain parts, of the videos, say if I mess up or if I cough in the middle of it. But with this episode, you guys are going to get it all. It's going to be just straight up raw. I might edit a little bit of stuff, but as far as, it playing all the way through, you guys are going to see it all from start to finish, everything that we do, because I want you guys to be a part of the entire offseason. Especially when it comes down to the draft lottery and the draft itself, and, free agency. So these next couple of episodes, like I said, you guys are going to see it all. You're going to get it all. You're going to hear it all. So here we go. We're going to advance into the off season, and we're going to start off with player retirements. So let's see what we got. All right, we got Vince Carter retiring. A lot of this stuff we're already going to kind of know about. We pretty much expect a lot of this stuff to happen. So Vince Carter retires at 42. Dirk retires, which we knew that was going to happen. Jamal Crawford, who obviously got traded to the Trailblazers at some point, retires. And, Phoenix traded him last season. Jason Terry, okay. I guess he retires. Pau Gasol retires. Manu Ginobili, who was playing for the Kings, is done. Nene, who was playing for the Rockets, obviously. Joe Johnson is done. He was a free agent. Richard Jefferson is done. I think Richard Jefferson had been done for a while now. Haslam, looks like he's retiring. He was playing for the Heat. David West, who had been playing for the Warriors, but I guess he didn't play for anybody this past season. He's retiring officially. Jose Calderon is officially retiring. Nick Collison, Damian Wilkins. There's a name that I don't see here, and that is Dwayne Wade. So we happen to know that he's retiring. So to keep things as realistic as possible, I'm going to see if I can somehow force retire him. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try my best. I'll get back to you guys on that. But I'm going to do my best to find out exactly how we can go about, making sure he's retired. Because, like I said, in real life, we know he's retiring. Staff retirements. Let's see what we got. Wow. Okay. Gregg Popovich retires. Is that realistic? I mean, does he really retire? He's not going to retire this year, right? Maybe we override this, because I don't think... I wonder. I really don't think he's going to retire this year. You know what? To keep it realistic, we're going to override it. Because I don't think he's going to retire. And I might be wrong about that. But as it stands right now, today, we're in the middle of April. He has not announced any kind of retirement or anything like that. So I'm overriding that, and we're going to advance. To the Hall of Fame inductees, which we know Dirk, inducted in the Hall of Fame, and Vince Carter. Dwayne Wade will probably be right on their heels. Like I said, I got to find out how we go about getting him retired, because he's definitely a Hall of Famer as well. Jersey retirements. All right, so the Spurs retire Manu Ginobili's number 20, and obviously Dallas retires Dirk's number 41. So that's a really cool honor for both of those guys. All right, now we get the league meeting. So this, somebody had commented about this, about the fact that we are going to have to actually approve the 14% rule, I believe, right? I think, and yep, there it is right there is the second option. So let's go down the list here and see what we got. So the first one is league expansion, add one new team to the league. So we know we're doing that. That's our Vancouver Bullets. The second one, the important one that we were talking about already, the draft lottery. Worst 3 teams will each have a 14% chance of obtaining the number 1 pick. We will be approving that one. Third one, eliminate the shot clock. What? No. Hell no. All right, no on that. The fourth one, teams are allowed to trade its first round picks in consecutive years. That's the Stepien rule. Man, kind of a tough one, but I think for the sake of realism, we're gonna reject that one as well. It didn't even get the votes from the people that vote on it anyway, but I think we're gonna leave that alone. We're not gonna mess with that. And then the last one, implement a possession arrow rule to be used in place of jump balls after the opening tip. So I'm familiar with this one, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. This is what they do in college basketball, where and a lot of other forms of basketball, probably high school, amateur, whatever. They use a possession arrow, basically. Whoever doesn't win the opening tip starts off with the possession arrow. And what that means is, say there's like a jump ball situation, or the ball gets wedged in the rim after, as a result of a bad shot. It'll go, instead of there being a jump ball, it'll go to whoever has the arrow at that point in time. So it was approved by everybody else in the league meetings, but they don't do this in the NBA right now. So I think that, again, for the sake of realism, we're gonna reject this. Yeah, we're going to reject it just for the simple fact that that's not something that happens in the NBA, and I haven't heard anything to suggest that they're even thinking about doing this. So, you guys comment down below and let me know if I'm wrong about that. If you guys have heard anything, about any rule changes other than the 14% rule that may be in the works, this off season coming up, let me know. Let me know about it. But I haven't really, I've read about it. I haven't heard anything else other than, the draft lottery changes and the percentages. So yeah, that's our league meetings. We'll be approving the league expansion and approving the draft lottery 14% rule. All right, perfect. So it's time to move on to the league realignment. And you'll see now there's, some things are going to be a little bit different here. We got the Vancouver Bullets in the Western Conference. So now things are finally evened out. We got 32 teams total in the NBA. And 16 are in the East, 16 are in the West. So it balances out perfectly. The divisions really don't mean a whole lot other than the fact that you're going to play each team in your division more than you're playing the other teams in the rest of the conference. But, as far as, the divisions go, for anything else, it doesn't matter for playoffs. It doesn't matter for, seeding or anything like that. So, you guys see, I didn't have to do really anything at all here. The game took care of it for me. They put the Bullets in the correct conference, put them in the Northwest, and, there we sit still in the Central Division in the East, and everything looks fine here. So we advance past the realignment, and look at where that brings us. So you guys know, anyone who's followed the series from the beginning, that I put a lot of time into the draft into making everything as realistic as possible, it really all has led up to this. This draft lottery is so important. And I'm almost like at a loss right now. I don't even know what to say. Like, it is so important for us to get a top pick. Like, so important. And I have a hunch that we're probably going to be, you know, in that top 3 area. I have that feeling, and I really hope that I am correct. But I'm not going to keep talking. I'm not going to make myself any more, you know, worked up about it than I already am. We're going to jump right into it. Here we go. So first of all, let's see how this all kind of is shaping up. So you got the Suns and the Knicks at 14% chance for that top pick. We're supposed to have a 14% chance, 13.9, whatever. I'm not going to split hairs. It's probably like 13.99% or whatever. Then you got the Hawks at 12.4%. The Celtics with the 5th best chance at 10.4% with their pick that came from the Sacramento Kings. The Hawks with another pick that they got from Dallas. They'll be at 8.9% chance with that particular pick at getting the first spot. The Utah Jazz at a 7.4% chance. The Bulls with a 6% chance. The Celtics again with a pick that they got from the Memphis Grizzlies with another 4.5% chance at that pick. And the Hawks with their 3rd spot here in the top 10 with a pick from Cleveland. That one gives them a 3% chance of being the top pick. Then we rounded out with the Pacers at 2%, the Spurs at 1.5%, the Hornets at 1%, and the Magic and Trailblazers each with a 0.5% chance of getting that pick. Now we have to keep in mind the Bullets are going to be somewhere in the mix here. And if things play out the way they normally do, the Bullets are going to end up with the 4th overall pick. So we got to keep an eye on that. We got to keep that in mind, right? But again, I'm not going to keep talking about it. We're just going to jump right in and do this thing. All right. Number 16 goes to Portland. All right, and the 15th pick goes to the Orlando Magic. All right, so they got number 15. Magic selected Mo Bamba last year. 14th pick, the Hornets. So far it seems like it's kind of going, you know, like right on par with what, you know, the percentages would suggest. 13th pick, the Spurs. Okay. Not a regular here at the lottery. This will only be their 4th lottery selection ever. Wow. All right, the 12th pick, the Indiana Pacers. All right, as this gets, like, I don't even know, man. We're only at 12. Pacers have 11 lottery selections to their name, but have never drafted with the number 1 pick. 11, the Hawks. All right, so that 10th spot nets them the 11th pick. Due to a previous trade, the Hawks will now assume ownership of this pick. All right, that's from Cleveland. The Celtics end up with the 10th pick. This is, I believe, the one from Memphis. Yep. Big question for the Celtics is the impending free agency of point guard Kyrie Irving. Yep, that is definitely a big question. With the 9th pick, the 9th pick is going to go to the Chicago Bulls. All right, 4th consecutive year that the Bulls have held a lottery pick. No surprises. All right, number 8, the Utah Jazz. All right, so we're getting close, man. We're getting close. It's getting, it's getting nerve-wracking at this point. All right, number 7. All right, the Hawks. So far the Hawks picks aren't really shaping up the way that they probably hoped. They probably were hoping to get at least 2 in the top 5 and all 3 in the top 10. All right, number 6, the Celtics. So we know already that we are top 5, no matter what, regardless. And if we don't get 5, we know we're top 3 because I believe 4 is going to the Bullets. While the Celtics had the right to swap the picks with the 76ers, they have a higher pick here, so they will keep it instead. All right. Oh, the Hawks got 5. All right, so the Hawks got 5. All right, here we go. I believe that puts us top 3 now, guys. I believe, right? Because I think the Bullets get 4 here. I think the Bullets get 4 here. All right. Oh, man. This is getting... All right, yeah, the Bullets got 4th. So the Bullets will pick 4th. Okay, all right. Oh, man, here we go. We will soon find out who was the first ever draft pick for the newly... and then there were 3. Oh my God, the Suns got the 3rd pick. The Suns got the 3rd pick. The prediction was us. I thought it was us. The Suns got the 3rd pick. Okay, we're top 2. Let's see. That's the prediction is us. And it goes to us. All right. We got the 2nd pick. Not bad. All right, so New York ended up with the 1st pick. The Knicks ended up with the 1st pick. Not bad. We got the 2nd pick. That is a success for us. We got the number 2 pick in the draft. I'm sorry if I'm not making a whole lot of sense right now, guys, but that was a little bit nerve-wracking. I thought we got the 3rd pick. I didn't notice that it said that the prediction popped up first. But like I said, I'm not going to edit any of this out. You guys are getting it all. You guys are going to hear my fumbling over my words and everything like that. All that. But we got the 2nd pick, and that is the important part. We have the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Number 2 works just fine for us because now if we do want to trade back, we've got a lot of leverage to do that, right? And we're in a position to where if we want to trade up to that number 1 pick, if we decide Zion is the guy, we have that option, right? We have the option to do that. So it's, oh man, okay. I'm taking it all in right now. We got the number 2 pick. So many possibilities with that number 2 pick if we were to just stay right with that number 2 pick. But I got to be honest with you, it's almost unbelievable how realistic this turned out. I mean, look at this. The Knicks end up with the number 1 pick. They have been, in real life, the team that everyone thinks is going to end up with that number 1 pick, right? They end up getting it. Then it's us, then the Suns, and then the Bullets, right? The Bullets are going to have a pretty nice pick here. But anyway, as we go back down to kind of recap it, the Knicks number 1, us number 2, then you got the Suns at 3, the Bullets, the expansion team, at 4, the Hawks at 5, and the Hawks did not make out as well as I thought they would. I mean, I thought that there at one point that there was a possibility that they might end up with like 2 top 5 picks, and maybe even like one of them being in the top 3, and they didn't. I mean, they end up with 5, 7, and 11. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, but I think that they and everyone else expected that this draft might look a little better for them. But anyway, the Celtics, another team that 2 top 10 picks with a team that's already pretty darn good. Now, here's what I will say. They kind of need that because they're probably going to be losing Kyrie, right? So they've got 5 picks in this first round. They've got number 6, number 10, number 22, number 24, and then they've got their own pick at number 29. They've got 5 first-round picks. If they decide that they want to trade up, I would guess, I mean, we're not going to trade with them, I don't think. But I would guess that they would have the ability to do that with relative ease. Anyway, moving on. The Hawks with that 7th pick. The Jazz get the 8th pick. Bulls with 9. Celtics with 10. Hawks with 11. Pacers, the Indiana Pacers with 12. The Spurs, this is a really good pick for them, at 13. The Hornets at 14. And that rounds out what we consider the draft lottery, portion of it. There's usually 14 picks in that draft lottery portion. Now, of course, this year there was 16 picks, so the draft lottery will be 16 moving forward, because now we got 32 teams in the NBA. So yeah, there it is, guys. After all this time of us analyzing, how this was going to go down, and, are we tanking well enough? Like, where are we going to end up picking in the lottery? All of these questions, right? The 14% rule, all that stuff. All put to rest now. We know we got the number 2 pick. Now it's all a matter of what will we do with it. So let's move forward. We're going to exit out of the draft lottery, and now we go to staff signing. Welcome to the staff hiring period. In addition to being able to re-sign your own expired staff members, you can also hire another team's staff members if you are offering them a promotion. Be aware, as other teams can steal your staff as well. Submit your offers, and when you're ready to see if they have been accepted or rejected, press start to advance to the next day. All right. So everyone on our staff was basically on either a 3 or a 4 year contract, so we could pretty much just skip right through this one. Now we've got the NBA Draft Combine. The Badgers trainer has uncovered an injury concern with Bo Bamba and his foot. He considers it serious and suggests that you do not draft him. Okay, interesting. What makes this even more interesting is that this happens to be one of our #add players. Let's take a look. The Badgers trainer has uncovered an injury concern with Tyler Harrow and his hip. He considers it serious and suggests you do not draft him. But anyway, let's take a look at the combine. All right, so the interesting thing here is that guys like Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett aren't even on the list. So you guys will have to let me know what exactly that means. I'm not really sure why they wouldn't work out the best players coming up in the draft. Yeah, odd. But either way, not a big deal. Looks like our #add players are like super athletic. I mean, a lot of them shoot well, they sprint well, they've got agility, they've got vertical. I mean, just to see Deratio Harvey with a 43-inch vertical leap, and he's 6 foot tall. I mean, this guy, come on now. That's awesome. That's awesome. But anyway, that's it for the draft combine. We'll advance to the pre-draft workouts. And we're going to invite the guys who we think that we have a legitimate shot at drafting either in the first or the second round. And for the sake of keeping it interesting for you guys, I'm also going to invite some of the #add players that are in there as well. So these are our pre-draft workout results. If you guys want to see all of these, you guys can go ahead and pause, especially if you guys want to see some of your #add players that, what their results were. But I am going to really quickly go through these. Looks like Harvey had the best sprint. Zion was up there. Harvey again with the best vertical. Zion right on his heels. Bench, of course, Zion, Porter. What I'm really concerned with, though, is I want to see the standing and moving NBA three-pointers. So Kobe White and RJ Barrett, along with Jarrett Culver, Cam Reddish, John Morant, those were the best guys in the standing NBA three-pointer. And then the moving, got Bobby Sanders, who seems to just be a really, really great shooter. John Morant and Deratio Harvey, followed by Porter Jr. and Kobe White. So those are the ones that I'm pretty concerned with. We want to make sure that we've got good shooters on our team, good athletic players. Let me just see real fast where Zion actually landed in this. He was the worst. And he didn't even do the moving NBA three-pointer. He did the college three-pointer, but not the NBA. All right, so no biggie. He actually did a really good job at the 15-foot jump shot, standing and moving. So I can't be mad at him there. He did just as well as his two teammates in those categories. So yeah, not bad, but we won't spend too much more time on this. Let's advance past the pre-draft workouts. And here we go. We got another very, very important task here in the offseason. which is the expansion protection for our players. During this period, you'll be able to protect the players you do not wish to expose during the upcoming expansion draft. So, we got some decisions to make. The expansion draft is coming. First, you need to select which of your players you want to ensure don't get selected by another team. You can protect up to 8. Choose wisely. We certainly will. So, it looks like they've already selected 8 for us as, like, I guess, recommendations. And we know for a fact that we can only lose one guy, right? So that they can only pick one guy from our team. As soon as they pick somebody from our team, everybody else will not be available as part of the expansion draft. So, of these 4, is there anybody that we do want to protect? Or of these 8, is there anybody that we don't? I'm tempted to say I'd rather protect Wagner before I protect Alex Len. Again, I really wish I could get you guys' opinion on this. But I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to protect Mo Wagner and hope that the Bullets don't try to grab Len. I mean, if they do, it's not the end of the world. Don't care about Simmons. I care about Osman and DJ Wilson, but I think we're going to go that route. We're going to protect Mo Wagner, and the only guys we're going to be risking here are going to be Alex Len, Jetty Osman, Jonathan Simmons, and DJ Wilson. So 4 guys that will be, exposed during the draft. And, I think we're fine with that. So let's advance. And boom, there we go. The expansion draft. And as you can see, they got a picture of David Stern up there with the expansion draft for the Raptors and the Grizzlies when it happened back in the day. And now we've got the Bullets and the Badgers. Of course, we did our draft last year. We were in the league last year, but we got the Bullets in there this year. That's what's important. We got the expansion draft here for the Vancouver Bullets. Let's see how this plays out. And wouldn't you know it, the very first player they pick is Alex Len. Lovely. Anyway, Joe Ingles, Robert Williams, Marvin Williams, Etwan Moore, some guy who I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, John Henson, Luke Kennard, Frank Mason, Eli Akobo, Norman Powell, JJ Barea, wow, Jonah Bolden, CJ Miles, and that's all for them. So, of course, the very first guy that they pick is Alex Len. Maybe I should have protected him, but here's the thing. He's not a part of our future, I don't think. He was part of a trade that we made, and he was kind of just thrown into the mix, to make the numbers work. But my main target in that trade was that first round pick that we ended up getting. But in hindsight, maybe I should have protected him and hoped that they didn't go for Mo Wagner. But I think that I like Wagner more for our team, and I think he fits a lot better for our future than Alex Len did. So, Alex Len will now be what looks like maybe even the face of these Vancouver Bullets, because they don't have much else to start off. I mean, the rookie that they draft will probably end up being the true face of the franchise. But Alex Len and Joe Ingles will be the 2 guys that are going to kind of carry the team from a veteran's perspective. They got Etwan Moore too, and they've got a couple other guys that can be mentors. Barea, I mean, that was actually a really good pickup. CJ Miles, not a bad one. So, yeah, I mean, they don't have a bad team to start off. I don't even know who this guy is, though. You guys have to tell me. I don't know who that is. However, let's continue on past this. Draft summary. We know exactly what the summary looks like. And that brings us to you-know-what. The NBA draft. This is what it's all been leading up to. This is what everything has been leading up to. All of what we've done has been all in preparation for this moment. This is one of the most important decisions that we will make as a franchise moving forward. So we got to make it a good one. We got to make it a really good one. Now, we are going to do the draft in the next episode, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. In light of the fact that we know now we have the number 2 overall pick, I do want to give you guys at least a chance to tell me what you think we should do with this pick, okay? Should we trade up? Should we trade down? Should we keep it? My 2 main targets I would think here would be either RJ Barrett or Ja Morant, right? And I'm not going to lie, just because of the fit on this team, I think I would lean a little more towards RJ. But the good news, however, is that episode is going to be coming out very soon. No more than 2 days, and we will have the episode in which we go through the NBA draft. So, don't worry, there won't be much time to wait. But like I said already, I did want to at least give you guys the chance to give me some feedback in light of the fact that we now know that we have the number 2 overall pick. All right? And another thing, too, is in the next episode, we're going to be going through not only the draft, but the player options, the team options, the free agency, our progression, the training camps. So we're going to have a lot still to go through in the next episode. So, it's not going to just be the draft, but the draft is without a doubt going to be the big highlight of the next episode. So very soon, we will know who the face of the franchise is going to be alongside with Jaren Jackson Jr. So once again, I am crazy excited to go through this NBA draft with you guys. So continue to let me know more about what you guys think about what we should do. We got the number 2 overall pick again, like I said, like I've been saying. So give me your feedback, man. Let me know exactly what it is that you guys want to see. What do you think would be the most interesting thing for us to do? And not only just the most interesting thing to do, but also what would benefit this team the most, okay? That's what we want to do ultimately. We want to make sure that we're doing something that will benefit this team the most and will give us the best chance to start to really build an awesome core group of guys, right? So that's the goal. We want to put another piece in place to start getting that core looking like, we're actually building something here. So, that's what it's all going to really be about. But I hope that you guys come back for the next one so that we can go through the NBA draft together. But until the next episode, where we will be going through the 2019 NBA draft, I will see you guys next time.